Hello and welcome back. Look at that for a view. Thanks for coming back. That is Peyia, and we're looking down from the very top, obviously. Come with me as we start our ascent. There's going to be some wiggling, there's going to be some waggling. There's a lot of roadworks towards mid-Peyia, so we're going to circumnavigate our way from the top of Peyia all the way down to the blue Mediterranean Sea. Yep, Coral Bay. So stick with us, don't click off just yet. And of course, if you do like what you see, hit the like, click that subscribe. Don't forget to keep coming back for a little bit more of Mr. Paul's complete and utter madness as he takes you on his daily travels in and around Paphos. And today we're in Peyia. I tell you what, it's a little bit gloomy, but it's still a view worth dying for, there's no doubt about that. We're in the heights of Peyia, and we're working our way down to central Peyia, lower Peyia, and finally, hopefully, we're going to get a great view and literally sit on the cusp of the blueness of that blue Mediterranean Sea. Imagine if you're going to get on a big bird and relocate to downtown Peyia for the rest of your life. Perhaps if your name is Lady Emma, and of course there's a superstar called Lord Rob coming on that big bird, and of course two other superstars, Viscount Bradley and of course Princess Maya. The only one that's not joining the party, he's going to be a little bit late, is the doggy woggy, but don't worry, he'll be joining that little club sooner than you think. And of course they're all going to be living in downtown Peyia and familiarising themselves with all the little cut-throughs and shortcuts, and of course the roadworks that are going on, because I tell you what, the roadworks are going to be going on for quite a while, because once they finish the main drag, are you going to look my way? No, there we go. Good job, I'm quite observant. And then he gives me the cheeky, well, come on then. There you go. This is driving in and around Paphos. You've got to have a sense of humour and, well, should we say, patience. And I'm not talking about the song by Take That either. Anyway, patience. Here we are, working our way in and around Paphos. That's a clever dog, you see. He's very well educated. He's checking the highway code. He's looking left, he's looking right, he's looking left, he's looking right, because he wants to live another day. And he understands that most people are driving around, particularly in Peyia, well, what can I say? They're looking at their feet, looking for something to eat, perhaps looking at one of their several mobile phones, or perhaps supping on a hot latte or two, who knows. But anyway, on that note, you can also go and hunt us down on the Buy Me a Coffee platform. That's where you could gift us that virtual coffee or two as a thank you, as a gesture of goodwill. And of course, to keep us motivated to make these special videos just for you. But it is a bit gloomy, isn't it? But don't worry about the temperature. Perhaps, if your name is Lady Emma, don't be switching the oven on just yet. This is one of her posts that I read on Facebook, and it tickled the living daylights out of me. When she feels a little bit sad and misses Cyprus, she goes into the kitchen and puts the oven on for 20 minutes, then comes back in and opens the oven door and just stands in front of it, and it reminds her of downtown Cyprus. Because of course the temperatures here are, how should we say it, a little bit warmer than most of the places where you're probably watching from. Perhaps if your name is Yanis, which is of course Stephen, and you're in downtown Canada, perhaps it's a little bit chillier, because the temperature is 18 degrees today, so yeah, it's a little bit like a beach day, isn't it? Of course, if you're watching from downtown in Poland, perhaps if your name is Anna, my superstar, the greatest lawyer in the world, drop it in the comments. What's your temperature today? Hopefully it's not too cold, and hopefully the man known as Dr. Tomas is looking after our lawyer, and hopefully her son as well is rushing out at Sir Bart, getting us some nice hot lattes and those kind of things. Anyway, this is Central Peyia Square, by the way. Look at that. The municipality offices are just over there. Should we do a loop so you know where to go and pay your water bill? That's where you go. There you go. So that's where you pay your rates and your water bill and any complaints you might want. If you want a kebab, there's the old cinema. And if you want to get that perfect smile, well, look at that. There's a dentist waiting especially for you. And if you are in this area of Paphos, well, there is the Uptown Philippos supermarket. And I tell you what, it might look quite small from the outside, but once you get in, well, even if your name's Doctor Who, you're going to understand that you are in a TARDIS, and it's actually going to make your house look very, very small indeed. It's a monster of a kiosk. Anything you want, you can get. That's where we just came down. We've just done a loop, and now we're going to head down into central Peyia and slowly work our way towards that blue Mediterranean Sea. There's a brand new coffee shop there, by the way, and that's called the Marika coffee shop. And as you can see, there's 1 or 2 expats sitting there having a little sup on a hot latte or 2. Peyia Tavern, Fitos Takeaway, Baris Restaurant, plenty of restaurants around here, so you're never going to be short of somewhere to go and eat. If you take a right there, you go into the municipality car park. At the moment it's free, so take advantage of it, because rumour has it soon they're going to be sticking up some smart meters and you have to go on the internet and what can I say? You want your pool cleaned? Well, there's deep blue pools. What have we got? Roadworks. There we go. Peggy's, that's the garden and cafe deli, is on the right hand side. So you're going to reboot open once the Roadworks is done, hopefully anyway. And there are the Roadworks in central Peyia, and now we have to go on a very big wiggle and a waggle around the outside of it to get round it to get back to central Paphos. So don't click off just yet. And of course, day by day they are moving around like crazy. Well, not like crazy, quite slowly. Cigar, Lady Maggie, yes. But slowly but surely they are doing the Roadworks and the block paving and the new drainage and all these kind of things, and they're putting in nice new pavements, and great idea for parking. But don't worry, they're going to put these little metal poles on them to stop people from parking on, so we'll be able to walk up and down the pavements in central Peyia, because there's quite a few shops in central Peyia, for those of you who know, from hairdressers to the Peyia Health Clinic. Yes, Mr. Roberts. Hopefully they are going to re-educate the staff in there. Let's hope so, anyway, to be a bit more courteous. And there's a bakery, and there's another hair salon, and there's 1 or 2 other businesses in and around. Some good kiosks. There's a great place which sells some good wines, and there's a barbecue shop, and they also dibble and dabble in selling underwear. Yes, strange combination, but I sort of get it, because, you know, the more the temperature goes up, the more the underwear is required. Anyway, shut up, Mr. Paul. We are a family channel. Great views though, even on a slightly dull day. There's no doubt about it, Paphos, and Peyia in particular, is a great place to live. And for those of you who know, Peyia has got more foreigners living here than almost Cypriots. It's around about 50-50. Population around about 8,000, sorry, around about 8,000 or thereabouts. And around 4,000 of those residents are foreign nationality. Not all British, but an awful lot are. But we've got Russians, we've got French, Ukrainians, there's all sorts of things going on, and everyone gets on very well. No wars, no fighting. Well, maybe on a Saturday night on the Coral Bay Strip, but not at the moment, because the Coral Bay Strip is, well, it's been big digged, shall we say. But don't worry, they promised us on the 1st of May it's going to reopen, so let's keep our fingers crossed and hope they don't go cigar a lot. Cigar, by the way, means slowly. It doesn't mean Romeo and Juliet. I understand that Sir Martin was getting very excited. Lord. He was getting upset then because I demoted him, but I hadn't. They just made a mistake. Anyway, he'll be coming back to Paphos in May. He'll be bringing his blonde beauty, Lady Victoria, and we'll be dancing, we'll be prancing in and around Paphos Harbour and Promenade, and we'll be tonking on a Romeo and Juliet, and you never know, we might put it on camera, especially for you. Let's take a left, shall we? Yeah, that's what people want to know, isn't it? How far can you get up this main road? If your name is Sir David Potter and Lady Angela is sitting by you, you're pondering, can I get to my townhouse on this road? Well, don't click off, let's go and have a look, because I've got a feeling that you can, and afterwards you can park your car up, go and check the house is all right, and then have a quick walk down the road to the Saba Grill, yeah, and get yourself a great meal. And you never know, there might even be some traditional Greek dancing waiting there, especially for you. So heading back up towards central Peyia, in other words, the Peyia shopping area square. Well, the square's higher up, but anyway, for those of you who know where I am, you know where I am. It's confusing. Peyia is quite a big place, but the main area for shops and those kind of things is coming up now, although I don't think we can get to it. But anyway, you get the general idea. There we are, Roadworks again, as we can see. But it's it's open for residents. And as we can see, there is a sign that says Saba Grill is open from 5 o'clock until 10 o'clock. So if you want a very good meal, and it is a good meal, I'm not just saying it, I've been there many times, good service and a bit of dancing, this is where you come. See, there you go. Open from 12 until, well, different times. There's his lunch, there's his menu. Saba Grill, very, very good place indeed. Mr. David Potter knows that he can get to his house. I'm not going to tell you where he lives, but he knows he can get to it now. Let's have a look and see how far we can get up here. It's not looking promising, but we'll have a quick look, and let's go and have a look and see what's going on. The roads, well, sure are going, aren't they? But hopefully they're going to tarmac them, hopefully, once they've done all this block paving bit up here. Come on, my dear, don't look so worried, and next time put your seatbelt on, because you know you should have your seatbelt on. There you go, doesn't matter. This is downtown Peyia, isn't it? See, block paving's going on, that's what they're doing there. And look, last time we came there was no workmen, there was just block paving, wasn't there? Now, look, there's workmen. So that's a good sign. I'm pretty sure that give them a few weeks, hopefully, or months, it'll be done. Don't forget to keep coming back, because once a week I'll come and get stuck in Peyia and do an update on what's going on, especially for you. We're now going to work our way down, and we're going to take another diversion and see. I know it's difficult to understand, but those who know Peyia understand. I'm trying to get back onto the main thoroughfare to see what's going on. There's tarmacking, there's pavements going in, and you never know, a new part might be finished, because if you remember, if you watched the last Peyia Roadworks update, they were putting down some of the black stuff. So that means that probably there is a new section of the road open. So don't click off just yet. On that note, don't forget to hit that like button, doesn't cost you a single penny. Hit that subscribe button, doesn't cost you a single penny. Just tells YouTube that you like what you've seen, and perhaps they should recommend it to more like-minded people like yourselves. So let's keep going this way. And if you want to keep the channel afloat, don't forget to hunt us down on the Buy Me a Coffee platform. It's totally safe, it's totally secure, and that's where you can gift us a virtual coffee, or 2 or 3 or 4 or 5, as many as you'd like. There's no limit, I promise you that. You can also join us as a superstar member on the Buy Me a Coffee platform, starting off at only €10 a month. And of course, we'd like to thank some of those superstars. We've got some people in down South Wales, Lord Lee, and of course his beauty, Lady Vicky, and of course their Princess Layla. Thank you very, very much from the bottom of our 2 hearts. Confusion here, perhaps he knows where he's going, but we're going to go left and work our way to the main street coming down from the top of Peyia that takes you all the way down to Coral Bay. Hopefully it's open. Otherwise, well, I'm going to look an idiot. But hey, I am an idiot. I'm the idiot in the blue hat with a pair of sunglasses, if ever you're looking for us. And I've always got Blonde Beauty sitting next to me. And of course her name is Miss Marika, or as I call her, Miss Ochin Grasivia Labov. And if you're wondering what that means, well, it's Russian and it means very beautiful love. Ochin means very, Grasivia means beautiful, and Labov means love. So Miss Ochin Grasivia Labov is always sitting next to me, and we're always sitting in a Pelican restaurant, and we're always waiting, especially for you. No, it looks as though they haven't finished the tarmacking, unfortunately. Well, let's go down a little bit and scare the living daylights out of the crew, because they're going to be thinking, oh my good, what is this foreigner doing? Yes, there we are. But as you can see, there is progress going on in Peyia, and there's 1 or 2 shops somehow staying open, but that is definitely a coat of the black stuff. Yeah, definitely, isn't it? There's no doubt about it. That is black stuff that's going down. And as you can see, there are steamrollers and there are blown oxes and all those kind of things. And we've been told the road's closed, which it is, we can see that. But there we go. Yet again, there are men working. So there's no doubt about it that this little section of the road is going to be done today. There's no doubt. Because there's the base coat, the sticky stuff, and there's the blown ox, and there's the lorries with all the tarmac at them. So they are going to finish this section today. Fingers crossed. Unless yes, it's time for frappe. Talking about frappe, I think it is time for Mr. Paul to drive down towards Coral Bay and to park up and go and get himself a coffee and perhaps load up a video to YouTube, especially for you. So don't forget to hit that like, click that subscribe, and don't forget now and again to gift us a virtual coffee or two as a thank you, as a gesture of goodwill. Peyia Football Stadium is coming up on the left hand side. You've got a computer solution place there, and they do internet and all those kind of things. So there's a lot going on in Peyia. There really, really is. To be honest, if you live in Peyia, you don't have to leave Peyia. Everything else is here. Coral Bay is part of Peyia. Sea Caves is part of Peyia. St George is part of Peyia. And there's restaurants galore. There's dentists, as you've seen. There's the healthcare centre, as you've seen. And of course, lots of shops that sell clothes and food and all those kind of things. So why not get on a big bird, fly out to Peyia, and that's it. Rip your passport up and just stay here for the rest of your life. Let's get down to Coral Bay. And don't be thinking we're going down Coral Bay Strip, because it's not done yet. No. Hopefully they're saying 1st of May, as I've told you many, many times. Let's keep our fingers crossed, and let's hope they don't go to cigar. Otherwise, there'll be a lot of people very, very upset indeed. In particular, my favourite superstar, a Lady Ali, and of course her man, Sir Neil, and the two dads, Sir Brian, and of course Lord Mike. They'll be very, 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 very upset indeed. And they'll be getting hold of that chief engineer and chopping his watsits off. So if I was him, and my name was Pentalis, I'd be getting a move on, because she can be an angry, angry girl indeed. Right, let's get down to Coral Bay and let's see if we can get to the cusp of the blueness of the blue Mediterranean Sea, especially for you. And what's along the way? Quite a few things actually. Perhaps if you want to do a bit of DIY, well, coming up on the left hand side is going to be it's not D, it's LA, as in Los Angeles. I think it's his initials, I think it's Luigi's Andreas or something like that. But anyway, there it is, LA DIY Centre. And again, doesn't look that big, but when you walk in, I tell you, wow, it's huge. And it sells pretty much everything you can want. You want some benzene and probably the best car wash in the whole of Peyia, that's where you go. And you go and see my mate, he'll be in there, probably. No, he won't. He'll be in his sister's coffee shop just over the road with his feet up. What's coming up down here? We've got a kiosk, we've got a hair salon, and we've got a bookies. And you can get your nails done there as well. Not there's any point in me doing mine, although I might get them filed down later. Anyway, right, we are now heading down towards Coral Bay. And I'm going to say thanks for watching. If you like what you see, hit the like, click that subscribe, and don't forget to keep coming back for a little bit more of my complete and utter madness. Thanks for watching. Another gentleman that hasn't got his seatbelt on. There we go. Quite common in Paphos. But I warn you now, don't speed. Don't talk on your mobile phone. The boys and the girls in blue, guess what? They're waiting especially for you, especially if you're a foreigner. So take heed. Coral Bay's coming up. And of course, if you look over the trees, over the rooftops, look at that. That is the blue Mediterranean Sea, and it's waiting especially for you. Philipos Supermarket and Supermarket Diner called Phil's Bar and Grill is on the right hand side, and just over yonder is Coral Bay, but you can't get down that way because it's all dug up, so we've got to go this way because Mr. Paul wants a coffee. Thanks for watching. I'll see you again very, very soon indeed. See, a little sneaky diversion that you didn't know about. If you go this way, past past Pizza Hut. And you wiggle and you waggle. Road surface from hell, by the way. But the Coral Bay Strip is all closed, if you understand. But even when it reopens, you can use this as a shortcut, as long as you don't don't mind destroying your suspension on your car. But you never know. That chief engineer, Pantelis his name is, he might have a little bit of tarmac spare, and he might, wouldn't hold your breath if I was you, but you never know, he might put a little bit on this little bit of road, because this now has allowed us to bypass the closed road, or the strip, should we say, and we're now going to take a left and head down towards the hotels area. Come on, Gunbarrow, don't stall your car there. No, you almost stalled. Coral Bay Strip is to the right, and I got a feeling that Lady Ali's getting very excited, because somewhere around here is where she's booked a villa for September. Yep, am I right? Oh yeah. Look at that over there. Blue, 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 Mediterranean Sea, as promised. Mr. Paul always tells the truth. He really does, I promise you. Anything you need us to do for you, by the way, drop in the comments, and if we can, we will. If there's somewhere you'd like us to go, again, if we can, we will. And there it is, the blue, 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 blue Mediterranean Sea. It really is waiting, especially for you, just beyond those palm trees. Feast your eyes and digest. That's the blue, 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 blue Mediterranean Sea. Thanks for watching. I'll see you again very, very soon indeed.